recently interviewed somebody from Ansar Allah, the Houthis, for the Grayzone about their about many things, including their intervention on behalf of the people of Gaza. I mean, what did you glean from what he told you about why Ansar Allah has been taking the actions that it has to try to get Israel to respect the ceasefire?
Yeah, I conducted two interviews with Mohammed al-Bukhaiti, who is the chief spokesman for Ansar Allah and is a senior political officer, so a high-ranking political figure. And since Ansar Allah was declared a terrorist organization by the Trump administration hours before they started attacking Yemen again, Mohammed al-Bukhaiti was disappeared from Twitter, kicked off Twitter X by Elon Musk, because, it's all part of their war effort. And that's the point. This is one of the figures who can best explain the motives of this popular movement in northern Yemen and why they're fighting and why they're willing to sacrifice so much for Palestine. And now we can't hear from him anymore on Twitter. Just watch my two-part interviews with him. He's very clear that it goes to the core of the ideology and philosophy of Ansar Allah and their understanding of Islam, that they have to stand up for the most oppressed people on earth, and that they want to be the vanguard, the leading edge of a movement that shifts the global world order or turns it on its head so that the oppressed actually have a say, instead of the current quote unquote rules-based order in which the international community only encompasses the United States and its Western vassals, and the rest of the world are treated as neocolonial subjects, as we see in Yemen, Palestine, all across Latin America, the African continent. They really believe in this, and they acknowledge that they have suffered, that they have taken heavy losses, but they have held off the coalition led by Saudi Arabia, the UAE, backed by the UK and US for years, and suffered the worst humanitarian catastrophe on earth, but they held on. And as the attacks on Yemen have intensified with this Operation Prosperity Guardian, in which the US has sent 2 aircraft carriers against the poorest country in the world, shipping has gone down through the Red Sea. Just look at the numbers. Shipping has decreased. So the US military operation, sending 2 at least one carrier battle group, and having the longest deployment since World War II, the USS Eisenhower in the Red Sea, has failed to stop Ansar Allah from obstructing shipping. So it's been a very effective military blockade, very effective economic blockade. And they've done it for Palestine. And they deserve credit for that. They deserve credit, from an objective standpoint. I've seen even US decorated sailors commanding these various battleships even give them credit and declare that, hey, if China had done something like this, we would have been absolutely defeated. But we're going up against one of the poorest countries on the planet, and we can't unblock shipping in the Red Sea. And what it's done is it's just basically raised the cost of shipping so that many ships, if they're going to Europe, have to go around the Horn of Africa, and it just costs a lot more. But why are they doing it? Well, I have these 2 interviews with Mohammed al-Bukhaiti. There are reporters, Steve Sweeney, who's a friend of the Grayzone, is there in Sana'a. Pepe Escobar, Jackson Hinkle has been tweeting from there, getting attacked for being there. They're engaging with members of Ansar Allah, and they are able to speak to what the motives are. But you're not allowed to hear that. You're not allowed to understand why they fight in US media.